Hello, and welcome to the epic game of evolution. In this game, we will explore the evolution of life on Earth, encountering some amazing animal characters who are now long extinct. You see, evolution isn't always a good thing, and can sometimes lead to a devastating conclusion. And that's what we are going to explore today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the game. You have chosen Ediacarans. Interesting choice. You must be a lover and not a fighter. Ediacarans were essentially the first complex multicellular soft-bodied organisms in the world. As you would expect, these were very simple creatures that resided on the seafloor, relying primarily on the nutrient-rich microbial mat. Nobody knows for sure what wiped out the Ediacarans, but their dependence on this fragile microbial mat was a likely factor. Instead of suffering a maladaptation that ultimately resulted in their extinction, the Ediacarans didn't evolve to survive without the microbial mat. The demise of the Ediacarans and their perceived slow rates of evolution could be down to the absence of any competition on the sea floor at the time. The organisms were never under any threat or competition, leaving the Ediacarans complacent and no real need to adapt or radically evolve. This mindset ultimately caused their extinction. And they say never change, eh? You have chosen Anomalocaris, the creepy critters of the Cambrian. Anomalocaris, or abnormal shrimp, were shallow sea-dwelling apex predators of the Cambrian. They thrived in the tropic environment of the time and could grow up to 1 meter in length, dwarfing the rest of the ancient fauna of the time. They were armoured with a hardened segmented exoskeleton, which allowed them great flexibility to glide through the water. Their jointed appendages secured their soft-bodied prey, while their pineapple slice-shaped mouth devoured them. An increase in volcanism at the end of the Cambrian may have lowered temperature and oxygen levels worldwide. This in turn may have contributed to the downfall of the Anomalocaris. Shrimp on the Barbie, anyone? You have chosen Sarcosuchus. Now it goes without saying, if you seen one of these back in the day, you would run. But worry not, these gigantic creatures became extinct long ago. In Latin, Sarcosuchus imperator translates to flesh crocodile emperor, a fitting name for these 8-ton crocs. No doubt the Sarcosuchus was an apex predator, residing in shallow river systems, waiting to ambush their prey, eating anything that could fit in their mouths. It's suggested they hunted alone, similar to modern crocs. The 9-meter-long ancient beasts were 3 times larger and had 2 times as many teeth as modern crocodiles. The cause of their extinction is not very clear, with some suggesting that the temperature increase of the mid-Cretaceous dried up their river habitats and led to their demise. You have chosen Entelodonts, or for a better word, the hell pig. Daedon was the largest and scariest member of the Entelodont family. These artiodactyl mammals resembled oversized modern-day pigs and roamed the North American plains around 30 million years ago. These mean-looking creatures stood about 2 meters tall at the shoulder and were estimated to weigh 750 kilograms. A lot of that weight can be explained by their monstrous head, which were nearly 1 meter long and supported by their powerful muscular neck. Their wide cheekbones housed huge temporalis muscles to give them a hellish bite force. Are you starting to see why they're called hell pigs now? Through their time on the plains, Entelodonts evolved to grow bigger and stronger, to a point that some experts argue they must have been simply too bulky to hunt down smaller and nimbler prey. They have had to become scavengers, or perhaps just opportunist feeders, using their vast bulk and immense strength to muscle their way in to take over carcasses freshly caught by other predators. Either way, this gain in size would ultimately turn out to be their downfall. So, there you have it. Thank you for playing the game of evolution. By now, you must be wondering, did I actually win? Well, that's the thing. Nobody really wins at evolution. Every creature you played as were once thriving in their environments with the perfect sets of skills, until the world changed and they didn't. Evolution is a game with no final boss, no finish line, just an endless cycle of adaptation, survival, and eventually extinction. But don't worry, life always finds a way to prevail.